Hey, this is Type Out Lash Girl Melissa. Guess what we're doing today? Under eyes. How do you think that looks? I think it looks pretty darn good. So if you want to know what Lissa's doing for her under eyes right now, just keep watching. Okay, so you know our under eyes are crappy. Mine are. And one of the things that I have learned is that you got to prep your under eyes before you even try to put anything on it. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing now. I found this, I just kind of play around with things all the time. That's what you have to do. You figure out what's best for you. However, this right here, I did this on Ladies Night the other night and they loved it, okay, on my Facebook business page. This is called Fortify. It's by Pixie, okay? These are little pads that you can use to put on your eyes. I have been using these every single morning. You can get these at Target. That's where I found this. I don't know who else carries Pixie. Probably Ulta carries Pixie also. But these are really cool. I put this in the refrigerator, not the freezer, but the refrigerator. So they're cool. And so every morning, every single morning, you can see I've been using this because these were all the way up to the top. It has this little bitty tiny spatula with it. You see the spatula? And these are individually shaped to fit your eye, okay? So what you have to do is you have to find where one of these starts. I don't know if I can show you this way. And you just kind of pull back. I may have to do it this way. And you want to get one of them. So right now, okay, see, I got one. It's like catching a fish. Or that's what it made me think of at first. I caught a fish. Then you take them and you're going to place them on your eyes. Now, they are cold and they feel wonderful to your face. Now, you may think, oh, it's going to slip off, but it won't. You're going to place it and just kind of pat it into place. Push this up like that. And then you do the other side and you're going to let these sit for at least 10 minutes. I usually let them stay until they're not, they're not cold anymore. And when you touch them, they have a tacky feel to them. That means everything is absorbed into your skin. This helps with puffiness. This is the reason I use these. I love them. I think they're cool. I like to get up in the morning and just play around with these things. They're fun to do. My husband thinks I'm a little crazy, but that's okay. It's okay. I told him, I said, well, my under eyes going to look good. They are. And you place this one the same way. Of course, move your hair out of the way. And they stay. It's incredible how they stay, but you do have to pat it in just a little bit. And boom. Now I'm going to go make my coffee. I'm going to do all the things I need to do to get ready to go to work, my lunch and all those kinds of stuff. And boom, I'm ready. I'll be back. I got to let these set for at least 10 minutes, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to take these off. They've been sitting for a while, and you can touch them, and you can feel they're just a little tacky. They don't fall off at all. They stay. It's amazing. You can walk around and do anything you need to do. But once you take them off, you're going to throw them away because they're not reusable, okay? You can't reuse them. And you throw them away. And then I will take a tissue and I just kind of dab and remove any excess moisture that's there, because you want to do that before you get started. Now, this is great for puffy. Can you see that? I mean, it brightens them too. I love these. I love them. And they make different kinds. It's just the only one that I've tried is the Fortify one. And it's great for puffiness. I love it. I love it. But make sure you put them in the refrigerator and not the freezer, girlfriend, because you don't want them to be frozen. You wouldn't be able to get them apart. No. All right. There you go. Now, this is all touchable. Yes. Now we can move on to the other stuff that I add. I've got 3 things here that I'm using now for my under eyes. This one here, this is a Younique product. I love it. I put it around my lips too. I take a little bit of this, and let's put it around my lips first because I generally will do my lips first. This is great for fine lines and wrinkles, okay? It is. It has so much nourishing ingredients in it. I should have sat down and written down everything that there's in it. But, I will put it like through here. I'll look it up. But wonderful, wonderful. It's like an anti-aging type serum. I love it. And you think that's an oil, girl, but it's really not. It's an oil, but it's not. Your skin absorbs it. And so typically I'm going to put it right here and right here. Under those old eyes of mine. Now, you may be like me and you have a lot of wrinkles. Here lately, I think all the things I've been through with my mom and just stress and things like that has really aged my eyes a lot. I am taking collagen now. I'm taking a liquid collagen. Younique has a new collagen and it's liquid, and you just do 1 shot a day of that. And so I'm having more energy. I do see a little bit more brightening in my skin, and I don't see as much sagginess in my skin now. We all need collagen. That's what we lose when we age. But right here is where all of my lines, this is my worst area here. Right where somebody looks at you, right? I'm really not too concerned about all this out here. That's not as bad, but this right here, I have lines that run this way and this way. So this technique right now really helps me with all of that. So, and you can let this sink in for a few minutes if you want to. That's just up to you. I love to put it around my mouth though. So those fine lines and wrinkles around your mouth really will love it. Now the next thing I do is my Younique eye cream. This has caffeine in it. It's going to like suck up all that stuff we don't like. We hope. And I use just a tiny bit of this. That's it. That's all I use. And I'm just going to kind of blend it in. Now, I do like to let this stuff kind of set too. So this is not like a fast process. So you need to be diligent if you got to get out to work and stuff like that. Don't do this in a hurry. You want your skin to absorb all the goodness because this has caffeine. So I'm going to let this set for a few minutes. And then right before I put on, or I start to use what I'm going to use today, I'm reviewing this a new concealer that I love, and I hope you love it too, because I put it on and I really think it's wonderful. And you know I like the Lancome one. I do like the Lancome one. I've done a review on this one as well. It's great for mature eyes. But this particular one, I went into Sephora, and I specifically asked the girl for some kind of creamy under eye concealer for mature skin. And she took me over to the counter, and this is the one I'm going to use. It's called, I don't know if it's called Kosas or Kosas, or but it's wonderful. I love it. So I'm reviewing this one today along with this techniques that I do to help my under eyes get ready. You have to prep first or nothing's going to work right, okay? It's just not. So I'm going to let this set and let it do its little thing, and then I'll be back and we'll start the process of how this is all going to look. And I need to go ahead and put my foundation on too, because I'm not doing a review on the foundation, although I am using a new foundation today by Laura Mercier. And that will be a different video altogether. You will love it. I love it. I bought it for my mom for Christmas, and she never got to use it. And it was her perfect color. And it looks good on me. I was shocked. So, yeah, I was shocked. I just hated that she didn't get to use it, you know, before she passed away. But let's get this going. Let me let this set, and we're moving right on, girlfriend. Now, you have seen me use this product before. This is the Vaseline Extremely Dry Lotion. Oh, yes, I love it. But I don't use as much as I used to. I use a tiny, tiny bit, and I only put it on the inner corner, okay? Only. I put a dab there and a dab right there. And that's it. That's it. We don't put a whole lot of this, but this is my tried and true. I have used it. I've done another video about using this product, and it really does, really, really, really does help, okay? So right before I put my concealer on, I put that on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put on my face primer, which is a matte. I'm going to use a matte primer for my face because I am going to put on some foundation, that kind of thing, because I need to get my foundation on first. I like to put my foundation on first before I do my under eyes. I like my under eyes to be second, okay? And I go ahead, but I've got to show you what I put on my under eyes now. This is something I've added, and it's different from what you've seen before. Me too. This is a hydrating primer. This is Younique's hydrating primer. The other one was Younique's matte primer. Now, you notice I did not put the matte primer underneath my eyes. Why? Because it just doesn't work for me. I've tried it. This is hydrating. So I got to thinking the other day, why have I not been using this hydrating? I wonder what it would do for my under eyes and by using this. And it's going to give you a nice, it's a primer. So it's going to separate and not help all that stuff settle into your lines. So I just take a little tiny bit, not much, of this. And I just place it and go all the way out, because typically you're going to run your concealer out this way, right? And so remember to kind of push it up into your temple just a little bit. Or that's what I've been doing, because that's where my concealer is going to run. Because I put like a line here and a little here, and then I blend it all out with my fingers. Now, I'm going to show you that technique in just a minute. But I do like to go ahead and add this, and I do let it set for just about a minute or two, and then I move on into doing my concealer. Now, I'm going to go do my concealer off camera. I'm not my concealer, but my foundation off camera, and I will be right back, and we're going to tackle these old 59-year-old under eyes, okay? Okay, so foundation is on. Do you love this foundation? It looks like my skin, but better. I wish my skin did look like this. Oh my goodness, it's got a beautiful glow property. I cannot wait to do the video on that for you. Now, we are going to go ahead. Let me clip this back here just a tad, because I am coming up through here with some of this concealer. So this is a concealer. These are numbered like, this one is 01N. N meaning that it's neutral. I like a neutral color on me. Now, you would have to go, the beautiful thing about going into Sephora is, that's where I got this, is that they have testers, and you can actually test these on your skin and see which one is best for you. So the neutral is better for me. This does not have like a doe foot type applicator. It has an applicator, but it's not shaped like a doe foot. So it's shaped just like this, very easy to use. I like it because it's kind of small. And sometimes those doe foots are a little larger than, I got small eyes. So, but what I do first is I place it right here, like this, just like that. And then I come out here and I just do like a little line straight up, just like that. And then I take my finger. I found that it's best to use my finger. I've tried it with a brush. I've tried it just with a blending bud. And my finger is the best thing that I can use for this, okay? So blend it out in this area. And I notice that I'm a lot like Wayne Goss, and that the fact that is I like to bring my concealer kind of down in this area. He does that too. Isn't that weird? But I didn't even realize it till I was watching him one day, and I thought, I do that too. And you just kind of pat it in. It just brightens up that whole area to me. And I need some brightening in my life. Now, I do take this right on up into my temple area, just like that. And what I like to do is just let this set for a little while. Not a little while, but I'm going to go ahead and do the other side too. It's just so easy. It's so creamy, and it's so light, and it's so blendable. I really love it. I've never heard of this brand until I walked into Sephora and asked the girl, what can I use? And she says, have you ever? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of it. So I'm sure they've got a lot more stuff that would be wonderful to use. Maybe something great for mature skin. I don't know about their foundations or anything like that, but I know I love this. This is like my jam right now. I'm loving it. It's so simple. I do bring it down, like I said, right in here. And, you know, once you add warmth back to your face will change. I haven't even done bronzer. I haven't done blush. I haven't done anything else. The only thing I've done that you see is my eyes. I did my eyes already. I did that. Oh, how pretty is that? Now, I do like to use this as a highlighter too. If you want to do that, you can, and put it in certain places. Now, I am going to use a blending bud. Here's my small one. I need the small one. But typically, I like to, once I get to this point, I like to look in the magnified mirror and see if it's settling anywhere. If it's settling anywhere, then I need to kind of blend it out a little more. And this is what I do. I pull it out. Pull it out, because that's where everything settles. It settles in all these little lines. I don't care what you do, you're going to have some settling. Okay, you are. Don't go up there and go, oh, there's stuff in here. But it's okay, Because guess what? The little beauty blender here can get rid of all those little peely things. You might have some little peely things. I don't know what they're called or why we have them, but it's just our skin. It's older and it's just not as pliable anymore. So let me see. See, there is just a little bit of settling there. So let me move my mirror where I can see it. And this is what I will do. I will take it. Now, you're not swiping it. You're just dabbing. You're going to dab it. And I would probably do this anyway. It will help kind of get rid of what you don't need there. See, my line's running this way. I always have some kind of settling. Always. But this removes it and gets it out of the way. And you notice how light a touch I'm using. Do not go in and try to sweep it. That will not work. You'll have to start all over. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. Be kind to your under eyes. That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to be the best I can be in age, because I don't think I'll ever go and have under eye surgery. I just don't see that in my future. But, and one thing, it's probably pretty pricey, and I don't want to have to go through that. And typically I'll use this little tip. If I see anything I need to just kind of grab, there we go. I've got it out of that side and that side. Ta-da! There you go. So it's that easy, girlfriend. It is. It's that easy. This stuff is the bomb. I love it. It comes in, I can't remember how many different shades it comes in, but they had an array. They had a whole thing in there of their makeup. And so I may go back and kind of look at some of their other stuff, but I was specifically wanting something for my under eyes, something else to try that might work. And I like this. So this is how I set it though. Let me turn my mirror back around. We're going to grab setting spray. I'm going to use Younique setting spray. Shake it up. And what I typically will do is spray it in my hand like that. You do not need a whole lot of this. Just take your finger. Now that we've got it where we want it, girl. Yeah. And then we're just going to dab this across. We're not swiping it. We're just dabbing it across. And yes, you want to take it on up to here because we put some concealer there. And we want it all to set and not move. And this has really been working for me. Now, however, if you want to come back and add a little bit of powder over it, you can. But don't put much. Don't put much. If you feel like it's kind of shiny and you don't like shiny, I don't like shiny either. And so this has been working for me. Works pretty darn good. And it stays all day. I haven't had any issues. So setting it with a setting spray, especially if you've got a lot of crepiness, is going to help you out. It really will. It's a everyday challenge. And some days you're going to be puffier than others. And that's why I recommend this. This really has helped me. This Pixie Fortify, it says toning eye patches. Wonderful. It feels so good in the morning to do that, especially if you've got a lot of puffy and you go, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this old face? Now, I'm going to go and finish out my face and I'll be back and then you can see how it looks all finished with all my makeup on. Okay, here's our finished look. What do you think? Love my eyes. I love my under eyes. And yes, when I smile, you can still see the wrinkles and things. But the cool thing about it is nothing is going to be settling into my fine lines and wrinkles and make it look worse. And typically, I will take a little bit of It's by Pores. I like it. It's very, very light. It's kind of dipping into this little bullet brush here. That's what this is for. I beat most of it off. And then I will kind of set it up in this area because this is where you smile. And you see, I'm not even using a whole lot of powder, but it does soften it a little bit and doesn't make it as shiny because you don't want shiny, right? So if it has a little shine to it, just be mindful and use a teeny tiny bit of powder and no one will ever know you even have powder on. You won't either because when you go to fill it, it just feels soft and it feels pliable. And it's just going to stay all day. Or it has been working that way for me. But the key to this, the only thing that I really have changed is using the hydrating primer. This here. The hydrating primer. That's really made a big difference for me. So if you're not using a hydrating primer, I would suggest maybe you get one that you love. Maybe you already have one. This is Younique's. But I don't really like the hydrating primer all over my face, because my face is combo skin and I really don't need that as much hydration as I do underneath my eyes. So it just made sense to try it. But combining all the things that I use together, you know, is what makes it come out so great. And those Fortify, like I said, the pixie things are wonderful. And that's the way to start out your day. It'll make your face feel good. Your eyes will feel good. You'll feel good. And when you feel good, you look good and you feel fabulous, right? That's right. I'm 59 years old today as we speak. I'll be 60 in September. So I'm going to do anything and everything I can just to be the best I can be. I don't know that I'll ever do any surgery or anything like that, but never say never, I guess. But I just don't see me doing anything with my under eyes. I just don't. If I did, it would be so minimal. I don't want to change my face. I just want to be the best I can be. So if you love this, please try it. I would love to know what you think about it and how it worked for you. So please like and share and subscribe and click that notification bell. I'm here on Sundays. Hopefully soon, if my life changes a little bit, I'll be doing this much more. And so we'll be doing lots of things together. You can come hang out with me maybe during the week, girlfriend. That'd be fabulous. I would love that. All right. I will see you guys next Sunday. If there's anything, like I say every time, is there anything that I can do to help you? Or if you have questions about what I've done today, please put it in the comments and I'll come back and try to help you in that way. You can follow me over on Facebook. All of my links and stuff are down in the description box. So if you want to follow me over there, it's Younique by Melissa. I'm on there every single day, pretty much, on my that page. So love you guys, and I will see y'all next Sunday. Have a great week.